great job.
Thanks, Artie.
Now, Yeats, are you referring to the writer?
Yeah.
Yeah, William
W.B.
Butler.
Yeats.
W.B. Yeats. And you make a lot of references like that, a lot of literary references. You talk about James Joyce as well.
Yeah.
Now,
C.S. Lewis.
That's right.
you're just a big fan of authors.
You know, I was always a reader when I was a kid, Artie. My mother was and still is a college lecturer in English literature, so I grew up in a house full of books.
Oh, no kidding.
And you went to the University of Edinburgh.
Briefly, I'm afraid I was more interested in punk rock at the time.
But you studied literature and philosophy.
Studies the wrong word. I attended a few lectures
You
and then
listened to
dropped
people
out.
talk about a little bit of that.
What a great combination, the Ramones and James Joyce.
Why not?
Absolutely.
But you've been
absolutely.
doing they've been doing this. You've been doing this since 1983. I mean,
I have, yeah.
combining the literary world and philosophy and poetry.
Yeah, I
and,
guess so. Thanks.
You know, rock music. That's pretty amazing. I
It's
mean,
a
that's
great thing.
Very ambitious. You know, it's kind of not what people think.
I
do.
love that sound, the violin and the guitar, everything drums together with the violin. I like when you get into that.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun.
Is it called, for lack of a better term, I mean, I've heard it called Gaelic pop. Is that what you would call it?
No, we're rock and roll bands.
Rock and roll,
yeah.
okay.
But there's a sort of Irish Celtic
Yeah, right.
influence in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Celtic
spent.
rock.
Now, where exactly did you grow up?
Edinburgh, Scotland.
I did the Edinburgh Comedy Festival.
Okay.
And about 10 years ago, and God, did I have a blast. It's one of the best weeks I've
Yeah,
ever
it's
spent in my
amazing
life.
during
Oh,
the festival.
Great people and
Yeah.
beautiful women, I must say, and that I admired from afar. No, and great comedy town, a great sort of comedic vibe, and I really, really enjoyed it. Is that, did you still make your home there?
No, I haven't lived there for a long time, Artie, but I visit a couple of times every year.
You live here in the States?
I have a place in New York, but I live most of the time in Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That's another fun town, I
Yeah.
assume. Well, it is now. It went through some times where it was a little dangerous, but and you just play music on the road. That's you just love doing it.
That's my job.
But isn't that, you're blessed? I mean, you're able to make a living doing this. I mean, you look like you guys have so much fun, and you live in Dublin part time, New York
it's
part
the
time.
best
you're on
job in the
road.
world,
I mean,
man.
what could be better?
Yeah.
How often are you in New York? How long?
I'm in New York maybe half a dozen times a year, maybe for about 2 months of the year, but I'd like to be here more.
When did you first come to New York? The 70s?
Oh, 1982.
82.
Yeah.
Fell in love with it.
Yeah, I took the I don't know what you call it, the underground train, the subway,
yeah.
from JFK, and I came up at 6th Avenue and 8th Street.
Wow. Okay, there's
Yeah.
a place to come up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right downtown in the heart of it.
That's where I was born.
Now, what about the city? Has really changed since then, man. It used to be a lot more gritty in a good way, I think. It's gotten, but the city was going broke, so somebody had to do something.
Yeah.
And Times Square is different. Certainly downtown's different.
No, I'll tell you, all the street people are in Dublin now. I think they sent them all to Dublin.
That's what it is. I mean, the Lower East Side is so different. Alphabet City is.
Yeah.
It's a different town.
Yeah.
Giuliani just took all of Disney's money, and but I mean, somebody had to do something. It was a fun place to be with a lot of personality back then, but it was dying. It was
It's still great, isn't it?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
live
look,
here, don't you?
I live in Hoboken, New Jersey,
Okay.
right across the river. And so basically, and I 6 years where I had to leave here to live in Los Angeles because of my career, unfortunately. And nothing against LA, but it's not New York. I'm a New Yorker. I grew up just a few miles away from Manhattan, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So I mean, but so you're in Dublin and New York. You split it maybe half and half.
Well, about 2/3 a third to Dublin.
And you're on the favor of Dublin.
Well, I have a little daughter there, Artie,
Yeah,
so
I know.
I like to keep close to her.
You don't want to raise her in New York.
Her mum doesn't want to raise her in New York.
Damn it, that's always how it is. Yeah. And you guys on the road mostly in the States, or you go all over the world?
We play a lot in Europe, the UK and Europe.
But this is going to be your biggest American tour in ever?
Ever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and we'll be back next year again.
You hit
Because
there-
we've got great American bands, you see. These guys were playing with.
Are these
it.
guys American?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great job, guys. You really
Yeah.
sound unbelievable. It's really cool.
I've read that the Waterboys have had 70 different members
Something like
between
that,
83
You're
and
like
now.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been together? Fleetwood Mac.
See a
You're
documentary on
Malcolm, right?
Fleetwood Mac, like
Malcolm's like, oh, no, don't say Fleetwood
I'm
Mac.
saying with the amount of members.
Malcolm's approaching his 9-month anniversary.
Wow.
I hear
There
you.
go.
Salute.
You're doing well.
Yeah.
Chin done.
Yeah.
Chin done. I'm in the same boat.
Amazing stuff.
Well, I mean, so how you been together for a while then with these guys?
About the last year. They see Daniel, Jay, Chris, and Malcolm are guys that I met on the New York scene.
Okay.
And I would spot them playing. I think, oh, who's that guy? I got to check him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they're all New York guys.
Yeah.
All right. What is the New York scene like now, music-wise? I mean, what is like if you wanted to go listen to music, live music in New York City, where would you go?
Well, I might go to the Rockwood Music Hall down on Allen Street.
Okay. So still Lower East Side. There's
Yeah.
a lot of good places down there. Yeah. Yeah, because I used to love the scene in the, when I really went out in the early 90s, late 80s, I would go Manny's Car Wash on the Upper East Side, something Mundo Cane down here, and Arlene's Grocery opened up. They always had some pretty good bands. But it's good to always ask a musician where to go see people because you never know.
Yeah.
The blues, is there a good place to see the blues anymore?
Lots of places for good jazz, like Bar 55 on Christopher Street.
Still, you get good jazz.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, really?
I love
Okay,
that place.
cool.
The name, the Waterboys, is it the WB? Does that have anything to do with
That's
William Butler?
It's a coincidence. Well
It
spotted, though.
oh, really?
Yeah, it's a word that I heard on a Lou Reed record about 30 years ago. And you see, in Britain, we don't have water boys, we don't have chain gangs, and we don't have the baseball matches. So we don't know what that word means. And I heard it on this Lou Reed song, and I thought, that's a fantastic word. It's a mystery. So I took it for my band.
You want to be provocative? Name the band the Waterboys. That's torturing.
Not controversial.
Named after some sort of torture. So now, do you? What about social media? You all over that? Do you guys embrace that at least, or no?
I particularly like Twitter, Artie.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now, what do you tweet out?
Oh, I tweet out photos of things that I see that catch my eye, or jokes, or links to cool videos. Stuff like that.
That's what I like about Twitter. I like taking a picture and putting something underneath it.
Yeah, captions are very important.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get the point across.
Yeah.
And you ever quote like James Joyce on there and try to get?
Nah.
A lot of people don't like that on Twitter.
What is it in particular about Yates that draws you to do an entire album about his work, or a mouthpiece for his poems?
Well, I like the set of subjects that he addresses: mythology, the old world, pre-Christian world, Ireland,
Cicero and Homer.
And also, lots of his poems rhyme and scan. They sit on the page looking like song lyrics.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah, right.
pretty
That could be like
amazing.
like a modern song, sort of.
Yeah.
You ever
Sure.
think about doing that? Just taking one of his poems and putting music to it, like just do a whole thing.
But that's what I've just done.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you've done an entire poem, like verbatim.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is that what the album is?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It's a bit of a busman's holiday for me. I didn't have to write the lyrics.
I mean, that is. I mean, some people say it's brilliant. Some people say you're phoning it in. I mean,
I know, nobody
Not
ever
so
says that about me.
what's harder to do? Write music or lyrics? You think?
Lyrics are much harder for me.
They are.
Music comes almost automatically.
A lot of people would say different. You
Yeah.
know, like Keith Richards always said, that obviously with lyrics were harder for him, but
Yeah. That's why he's got Mick.
right, that's sort of a perfect team in a
Yeah.
way.
But you're so focused on the perfection of the words. I would imagine that writing lyrics would be a time-consuming endeavor.
Oh, it sure is, yeah.
Every
Making
artist,
everything perfect.
every great artist looks back on this stuff. And some of them can't even look back on it. They're always disappointed in something. Especially the poets. Like that's why they drank so much. These guys, so they look back on the stuff. They're their biggest critic, and it depresses them. Do you have that? Do you have where sometimes you're just so disappointed and stuff?
There's only one thing I regret, Artie. I made a record with the Waterboys called Fisherman's Blues 25 years ago, and we recorded over 100 tracks for it. And
100 tracks?
Yeah, it's crazy but true.
My God.
Yeah, and it should have been a double or a triple album. That's what I only regret.
Man, that's a lot of.
So what happened to those recordings that you didn't use?
Well, they're coming out this autumn, or this fall, sorry,
good.
as a box set.
So
Yeah, you
that'll
might as
make
well.
amends,
Yep. Yep.
Hey,
great.
how many songs do you think you've written in your life?
I've never counted, but I'd guess maybe 600 or 700.
Unbelievable. Prolific. Well, you guys sound amazing. I would recommend checking these guys out as soon as you can. Twitter and all that stuff. How do we find you? Are you at Waterboys, all that stuff?
At Mick Puck.
At Mick Puck?
MICKPUCK.
Okay. Beautiful. All right, well,
What is that?
You know, I edited some little videos about the Waterboys about 10 years ago and put them up on the internet. And I wanted a nom de plume for my film editor personality, and I chose Mick Puck.
Nice.
Mick Puck.
I like it.
I like that's rock and roll. Very rock and roll.
Yeah.
Well, listen, so check them out there. And where's your next gig? Where are you going to from there?
Well, we're playing the Bowery Ballroom in New York on Friday.
Great gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bowery Ballroom Friday. Check them out. The Waterboys. Once again, the album is called An Appointment with Mr. Yates. And we just heard Still a Freak, which is a new song, and Mad as the Mist and Snow. Good stuff. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by.
Thanks for having us,
Come
Artie.
by anytime. And here's my poetry. You ready? Check this out. You're going to marvel at this. Artie Lange listeners won serious money this past weekend at DraftKings.com. If you aren't one of them, you need to check out DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football league. You ever check out American football? You enjoy that or no?
No,
Can't
it's
get into
never
it?
really grabbed me, no.
Well, you got to go to DraftKings.com. DraftKings takes watching football to a whole new level. You can win instant cash every week. This is about money, all right? That's all we're talking about here.
And free money.
Free money. DraftKings is one-week fantasy football. Instant cash, instant gratification. Pick your team in minutes and get your share of the $200 million DraftKings is awarding this year. Anyone can do this. A true story. One guy won $100,000 his first time. $100,000 day one. Right now,
Just for
DraftKings
picking guys.
Yeah, nothing. It's free money. Right
Wow.
now, DraftKings is giving Artie Lange listeners up to $600 free. That's right. For every dollar you deposit, DraftKings will match it up to $600. That's $600 absolutely free. Even James Joyce would go for this. Hurry, this amazing offer expires this Friday. Visit DraftKings.com now and enter promo code ARTIE, A-R-T-I-E, for up to $600 free. Enter ARTIE today at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, and check out the Waterboys as soon as you can. And this is the Artie Lange Show, back after these words.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.